Hello, everyone. Welcome. My name is Megan. I'm the head of growth here at VanHack, and today I am honored to be joined by Gurj from Pagefreezer for a customer success story. Gurj, let's just jump right into it and get started. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah. So I'm the talent acquisition specialist here at Pagefreezer, and I kind of work with everything related to recruitment, employer branding, and I work across all of our departments. So whether it's development or engineering, or sales or marketing, I kind of help do recruitment for all of those.
Awesome. So we have, a talent acquisition specialist in the house. We're really excited to kind of learn a little bit more about your experience. But for future van hackers, as well as just for our community, can you tell us a little bit about Page Freezer, about the team size and about what type of roles that you look to fill?
Yeah, absolutely. So to share a little bit about what we do, so Pagefreezer offers a service or a product that simplifies compliance and litigation, and it automatically archives websites, social media, text messages, and even enterprise collaboration platforms like Slack and Facebook's Workplace throughout every stage of that information governance lifecycle. So we really enable organizations to create and share those defensible records, and that they're easily accessible as well in our dashboard. And they essentially capture everything from every like to share to edit and deletion. There's lots and lots of great things happening online, but there's also lots of harmful things happening. So we really have created this product to help essentially make the internet a safer place and deliver solutions that transform how people protect their integrity online and ensure accountability and really enabling that pursuit of justice. We've been around for about 13 years. We've been around for a while actually now. So the past 13 years. And we're currently, when I joined, so I've been with Pagefreezer for about 3.5 years. And when I joined, we were about a team of 50. And 3 years later, we're just creeping up a little bit over 100. So we've had a really good scalable growth, sustainable growth in the past 3.5 years. And I wouldn't really say we're a startup anymore. We definitely are more of what we like to call ourselves a scale up. So we're bootstrapped. We're an established startup with a really loyal customer base, and we've got lots of potential to grow as well.
Awesome. Thanks, Gurj. That's an awesome description of Page Freezer. So you talked about working at Page Freezer for the last 3.5 years. Obviously, Van Hack's been a part of that journey
Mhm.
as well. Can you maybe talk to us a little bit about some of the challenges that that you were encountering in the local talent space 3.5 years ago, and what kind of brought you to Van Hack?
Yeah. So at that time, we had our team was primarily Vancouver based. We had a few remote developers that worked with us, and we were looking to grow our engineering teams. And the biggest challenge that we had was that we were just talking to a lot of junior talent. We weren't able to find those senior level roles that we were looking to position. And that's where kind of Van Hack came in and really helped us. I think we've done about 7 hires with them so far. So it's been really great for us to bring on that senior talent and have that like diverse knowledge. And people are coming from different experiences and different walks of life from many different countries. So it's been great for us to be able to grow our team in that diverse aspect as well.
Awesome. So 7 hires, 7 successes. So good to hear. I know some of the Van Hack hires that you've had have been through, attending our virtual events.
Mhm.
Some have been relocated here to Canada. Some are working remote. Can you talk to us a little bit about how the hiring process works with Van Hack?
Yeah, absolutely. So I've met with a few members of the organization in person. I've gone to events as well in person, but majority of our partnership together, I think, has been during the pandemic and where a lot of things have been held remotely. So the way essentially we partner with VanHack is by attending the virtual events. So when we have open roles, it really lines up well. I think VanHack holds one at least once a quarter. So we have opportunities to meet with developers in different languages, whether it be we're looking for Python engineers or Java engineers. There's always a session available for us to attend and meet really good talent. And essentially, our developers and our engineering managers will go to these events, connect with different candidates. If there's any that we feel like are a very strong fit and are aligned with what we're looking for, we'll continue that conversation and get to know them a little bit better. And it's been, I think, each event we've gone to, we've had at least one success. So it's been really nice to be able to grow our team by attending those events. And yeah, I think that's really the majority of the way we work with them. We also work with VanHack's recruiters as well. So I have a really good relationship with our recruiters, and they've supported me throughout my process. So even if there isn't an event coming up, they've done a really good job of being able to filter through candidates that they think will be strong fits, and really align with the roles that we're looking to fill. So it's nice to have that kind of dual support where we have those events we can attend and meet candidates ourselves, but there's also a recruiter that's working with us and really looking to help us fill our roles as well.
Awesome. So good to hear. I know that we have a platform and an amazing talent pool, but how important people are to this whole process, and for our partnership as well. We talked a little bit, you talked a little bit there about the platform. Can you talk about your experience of being somebody, looking at the platform once the talent managers bring forward candidates for your review, what that experience is like for you, to take a look at the talent? Can you speak about that if you
Yeah.
can?
No, it's actually really great. Like the user experience of the platform is amazing. It's pretty straightforward. You kind of know where to go and where to click, which I think is essential for any platform. But even just pulling up a candidate's profile, it kind of has all the information in one spot. You've got their resume, there's like a parsed version of their experience there as well. There's links to their LinkedIn if you want to kind of see a little bit more about what they're doing, and even their GitHubs as well. And I really enjoy like the video aspect. Sometimes they have like video introductions, or they'll answer some questions over video. And they've even got a section for some questionnaires, and you can see their questionnaire answers in that. So it's a really good holistic spot to get to know the candidate prior to having that phone screen essentially, and getting to know them a little bit better. So that really is where I spend majority of my time, is like looking at candidate profiles, and if they're a good fit, moving them along in that pipeline. We use actually VanHack's platform kind of in collaboration with our ATS as well. We'll do those initial screens in the VanHack platform, but then a lot of the conversations and messaging is then held in our ATS that we use.
Awesome. That's great. I think a lot of our clients kind of use VanHack in that early days in terms of
Mhm.
using our platform, and then bringing them, of course, into their own processes, because it really
Mhm.
makes sense that we kind of cater for our clients' needs there.
Yeah.
Um, so we talked about like really ramping up things in the pandemic, right? Over the last, I guess it's been 3 years. What in terms of onboarding talent remotely upon successful hire, what has your experience been with working with VanHack, as well as onboarding your new teammates and relocating talent to Canada?
Yeah, absolutely. So we've actually got a really great onboarding process that's it's general, where it doesn't matter where you're located, everyone's going to go through the same process. So with VanHack, we've had candidates that have moved and relocated to Canada, but we also do have VanHackers that are just working from their home countries, and they're not looking to relocate. They're just looking to get more exposure with North American companies or work for a Canadian company. So everyone goes through the same onboarding process, or like the general Pagefreezer onboarding process, where throughout their first 3 to 4 weeks, they're going to have meetings with different departments, different team leads, different managers, to really get an understanding of what that team does, how that impacts Pagefreezer, kind of what their goals are coming up for the next year, as well as an introduction to who's on their team. We are a remote first organization, so it can be a little bit hard to make those connections with people, especially when you're joining a new organization. So we really have tried to create this really robust onboarding program where you get to meet people, you get to learn more about the company, learn more about the different departments. And it doesn't matter like whether you're remote or whether you're in person, or located in a whole other country. It doesn't matter to us. You're still going to get that same experience. And that's general. That's for everybody joining. And then when you kind of dive in deeper into your role, you go through a more specific onboarding with your managers, depending on your role and what team you are, and they go through that with you.
Awesome. So what makes Pagefreezer such a great place to work? If we kind of dive into kind of like the retention part
Yeah.
of things as well, if you wouldn't mind kind of telling us a little bit about what makes Pagefreezer awesome.
Absolutely. I think there's so many things that I could talk about. But one of the biggest ones for me is that, like, first off, actually, is just the product. I think the product for me, it's really impactful. There's a lot of value behind the product. I can see the relevant problem that it's answering for people, and how we're able to really help make lives easier, essentially. So for me to be able to be a part of an organization that has such an important product that's doing great things in the world is important. The second piece I would say is that it's a values-led organization. Our values aren't just something that are on our website. I see them day to day. Every employee that joins, every candidate that goes to an interview with us goes through a values interview. So I'm able to really see, how Pagefreezer lives through their values and leads through their values. And that really translates to our leadership team as well, which, it's a great team. They really take into consideration everybody and what the best decision is for Pagefreezer as an organization, but also for its employees as well. So we're a private company, so we are completely bootstrapped. And because of that, we've been able to really scale and sustain ourselves at a pace that is sustainable for us, and at a pace that we're able to achieve goals, and we're able to grow at a pace that works for us and is making a difference in not only our customers' lives, but in the lives of our employees as well. So the leadership team has a huge impact on everybody here at Pagefreezer. And the other aspect that I think is important for me, at least for like why I really enjoy working at Pagefreezer and why I think it's a great place to work, is the transparency aspect. We have these things called parlays every Thursday where we'll rotate through, so each department gets a chance to speak, and they'll essentially walk us through, what their team is working on, what the update for their team is, any new hires that have joined their team. So you really get to see what other departments are doing, and you get an understanding of what direction Pagefreezer is going in. Because sometimes when you're remote and the development team may not necessarily talk to the marketing team all the time. They don't know what they're working on or what's going on. So it's a great place to kind of really have a transparent conversation and to understand what's going on all over Pagefreezer. A couple of other things that I really enjoy and I think are benefits of working for the team are we're a remote first organization, but we do have about 3 hubs where you can join and co-work together with employees. We've got one recently that we've started up in Halifax. We've got our Vancouver HQ, and then we've got one in the Netherlands. I think we're looking to have one set up in Ontario as well sometime soon. So those are really great where you can work remotely, but also when you want that connection, you want to work on some stuff in person, you have access to do that. We also do have a work from anywhere policy, which I recently took advantage of. I got the opportunity to go to Australia for a couple of weeks and kind of work and travel at the same time. So it was really nice to be able to do that. Whereas before, when you only get a couple of weeks of vacation at a year, it doesn't always make sense to go so far. But this was a really unique opportunity, and I'm, thankful for it that I got to escape the winter of Canada and go escape a little bit to the south and get some sunshine. What else? I think at the end of the day, for me, it really is the people. My job, I get to meet everybody that's going to be joining the team. It's such a great organization. There's so many diverse people that work at Pagefreezer, and you're always learning something new about them, but also they're always teaching me something new as well. I'm just learning lots just by having conversations. And we've had a lot of growth in the past 3 years where we've had so many new faces join us. And we do these things called donuts, where you're paired up randomly with people once a week. And it's just an opportunity for you to talk. You don't talk about work, you really just get to know each other. And I think those have been really vital for us, where you're connected with people that you may necessarily not interact with day to day, but you're still being able to have those chats and really get to know them and get to know the people that you work with.
Awesome. Thanks, George. Such a great answer. I really love the hub experience, the ability for teammates to connect, and also a lot of the engagement that you've built with your teams. All right, George, just to wrap up, thank you so much for sharing your experience of working with VanHack, as well as, some of the incredible initiatives that you are taking on to include folks that are distributed all across the globe. But my final question to you would be, would you recommend VanHack to others, and why?
Yeah, absolutely. I think our relationship with VanHack is extremely vital for us to be able to grow the way that we have in the past number of years. And I think in terms of why, you guys have a great team, super responsive, super helpful. Every person that I've met, I've been able to develop a really great relationship with. And I think if you're looking to really grow your team in a very diverse way and have access to talent that you necessarily may not have just through your own hiring initiatives, VanHack is a really great route to go. And they've got lots of events, lots of different methods for you to connect with candidates. So it's really great to be able to support somebody that's looking to relocate and wants to, further their career through such a special way.
All right, wrapping up now, Gurj. Thank you so much for participating in this VanHack Pagefreezer customer success story. All the best, and looking forward to continuing our partnership in the years to come.
Absolutely. Thank you.